2009 Pacific Cup featured hosts Papua New Guinea, Cook Islands, favourites Tonga, and last year's World Cup semi-finalists Fiji. And the winner would join Australia, New Zealand and England in next year's Four Nations tournament. Having caused a major surprise by beating Samoa to win a place in the competition, the Cooks served up a thriller as they opened the tournament against 2008 World Cup semi-finalists Fiji.
Cooks lined up across now to the left. That's where they work the football to Vayu again, and Vayu getting through on a beautiful ball. He slips, and the Cooks are in underneath the upright. Finally gets up, lays the football. They work it across to the right, Cook Islands. There's a dummy thrown by Makimera, and Makimera is put to ground for his troubles. Was it Vayu? It's Ben Vayu from dummy half trying to barge his way over his fellow Pulea, and I think he has 15 to the right of the uprights. The referee's there. He blows it up. Fair try. The Cooks got 10 points to nil. Work it across now to the left edge of the ruck again. They pick up another 2 meters. So inch by inch, they're clawing their way into Cook Island territory. They haven't been down here at all inside the red zone. Now they work it across to the right. Flick ball out the back, and it's gone backwards. And I don't know if there was a knock on in there. The referee's let it go. There's a ghost step that's taken there by Uate. And Uate up the left-hand flag, up the right-hand flag. Rather screams over it, grounds the football.
Tell you what, there's a bit of feeling in that defense, Mark.
Well, here's the Fijian breakthrough by Ryan Millard. Millard's got support on his inside. He hits him, turns, and took the tackle in the end. Though Monikura managed to wrap him up 21 meters away. Fiji go back across now to the right as Naingama walks back in field again. Flips the football out the back door to Naingama. That's Kevin Naingama. Then across field again they work it. And there's a halfback who's got numbers out to the left. And he goes to Lepani Wanga. And Wanga grounds the football for the Fijians. As he plays it back now, Glassy. They cut him out. He goes to Ford. Long ball across field. Into the hands there quickly of Mataora. And Mataora sends it across field. Long ball across. And diving over is Peru. Dominic Peru has grounded the football. Fair try, says the referee. The Cooks are in again.
They need something big from their superstars, and he tried to deliver there, but unfortunately wasn't up to the task as the Cook Islanders break away, and they'll score down the right-hand flank through number 7, Daniel Fepulea, and that all happened against the run of play pretty much.
They weigh up their options, Fiji. They decide to work it across to the right. Ngama holds it up and then tries to squeeze through the gap, but it's closed on him, and he's put the ground 3 meters away from the Cook Islands line. And the Cook's line is holding as Fiji try to barge their way through, and have they barged their way through and underneath? The referee's on the spot. I think Fiji have scored. Yes, they have. 5-6 meters away. Across field again now they work at Fiji. They've got numbers to the right here. Ball over the top, touched by the Cooks. Picked up by Fiji. And Naingama works his way through. Does he get the football down? The referee's there having a really good look. He's told him no, he's short. And he's told to play the football. As Fiji work it across now to the left again. Naingama walk away from 1. Sandrau rather, away from 1. 2 going back in field again. And again he's held it up. And Oscar Sandrau once again has held on to the football with 2 men outside him. He'll play it 1.5 meters away from the Cook's line. They work it the same way to the short side, to the left, into the hands there of Wanga. And Wanga wrapped up as well, put the ground on his back. The Cook's defense is holding here. The Fijians desperate to score a try. Long ball out wide. They dive over. That's the try. He'll play it now, 7 away, back towards the right-hand side to Glassy. Glassy sends it on as well to Mataora. Mataora sending it across field into the hands. No, he doesn't. He holds on to it, and he's been wrapped up 1.5 meters away. Ford, long ball needed. The kick over the top. Inside the in-goal area is Peru. Dominic Peru jumps, grabs, and puts it down. Fair try. So the Cook Islanders have forced a boil over here.
So the Cook Islands claimed 2 World Cup scalps to march through to the final, but who would they face? Hosts Papua New Guinea were roared on by almost 10,000 locals as they looked to overcome favourites Tonga.
38 meters away now from the Tongan line in midfield. Aston from dummy half held up the football across to Aya. Aya sending it out wide as well, picking up Menzi Yera. Yera coming back in field, slipping for 1, 2 tackles, and he's running towards the uprights, and he'll ground it underneath. On the board, 4 points to nil. 1.5 meters away from the Kumu line. The Tongans on the attack. So Tonga trying to dive his way over, barge his way over. I think the Tongans have gone in. Have they gone in? The referee's on the spot. Fair try. From dummy half now. They go again through Uasi. Uasi the short ball. Now he picks up by his little halfback Paya. Paya also kept it alive out the back door as they work it again forward, and now they've lost the football, picked up by the Kumul. Play on, says the referee. Kumul's in midfield. They've got support either way. It's gone into the hands of Jason Chan, and Jason Chan will run it around and ground it for the Kumul. Back back again now. The Kumuls on the attack. Long line across to the right. There's the ball to Peters. Peters sends it on as well. They've got the ball out right. Here's Anton Gui. Steps in field and grounds the football. Peters, PNG, Kumul ball across to Yere. Yere holding it up. Then David Mead comes in again. Then they work it out right. Quickly there into the hands of Richard Cambo. Cambo back in field to Mead, and Mead dives over. The referee's on the spot.
That is a big try for Papua New Guinea, and an even bigger one from the Gold Coast Titans winner.
A couple of meters short. Now the options are on as they try to work it forward, try to do something with the football here. The Tongan defense holding that close to the line. A lot of one-off running at the moment by the Kumuls. Wabo fires it out across now to Peters. Now they try to do something. They put on a set play as they bring in Jesse Joe Parker. And Parker underneath the uprights puts the football down. As we see the Kumuls now working up the shorthand side again, and Jason Jang back in field to Mead, and then David Mead will run it round and underneath the uprights again for the Kumuls. Much to the crowd's delight. Another 4-pointer. Paul and Owen lost the football. The referees let it go. I don't think he saw it. And the Tongans managed to keep the ball alive as they try to work it out wide. And again, the hot potato with the football. Yere there to kick the football through. It bounces well for Menzi Yere, and he'll run it around and put it down underneath the uprights again. As Maori plays, he's told to play the football. They come back again towards safer territory, and there's a ball that's gone backwards, says the referee, so the Kumuls are still going again. They keep the football alive as Wilshire struggles and sends it out to Peters. Peters across to Ayer. Ayer holds it up through the dummy, then through it across now to Menzi Yere. Yere gets away from one, but he's slipped over, and 11 meters away he's claimed on the fifth tackle. There's some fancy stuff happening and some lucky stuff happening as well for the Kumuls. Across to Ayer. He steps off his left foot, then sends it across to Rodney Pollard coming through, and Pollard going through and going, sending the football on. And I think Charlie Wabo has gone in. 11 meters away from the Kumul line, the Tongans on the attack again. Quickly now, into dummy half is Uasi. He works it across to his left, the short ball. They run the angles back again towards safer territory. And his to be a try here. It should be a try to Alatela Vea, as Vea works his way up the left-hand flank. And then now it goes across to Laiseri. He comes forward and tries to break through the defensive line on the 30-meter mark. But no, there's nothing there. He'll take the tackle and play the football 28 meters out from the line as they work it across now to the left again. Into the hands of Tongia. Tongia again up that left-hand flank. Tongia dive over, put it down for the Tongans.
With hosts PNG and surprise packets Cook Islands through to the final, the battle for third place pitted tournament favourites Tonga against a Fiji side that were World Cup semi-finalists just 12 months ago.
Yeah, doing the run around, and they've got runners coming from all angles. You're trying to confuse the Fijian defence as Tonga try to work their way through Eddie Paya again, and Paya is wrapped up 4 meters away from the Fijian line. And the uprights just in front of him as Tonga try to work something out of this. They work it across now to the right to Richard Faoso, and Faoso dives over to the right of the uprights. First points of the afternoon going to Tonga. And Ratabele is 12-15 away from halfway. Back across now to the fifth tackle. There's the kick that goes up from Hughes, but it's been picked up by Fiji. Play on the call as they work it up now through Uate. Uate throws it back in field again. They could make something out of this as Ryan Millard picks it up. Millard is in midfield. There's a wall of red jumpers in front of him, but Fiji still on the attack. They keep it alive and send it across now into the hands there of Big Sundraw, and then he puts it down. Fair try. So Fiji have come back. And the 5 tackles gone. Fiji on the attack. What do they do here? They look for inroads. Out the back door goes Ngama. It goes across into the hands of Wesela. He sends it back across towards the far side of the paddock, but there's defenses. The defensive line is there from the Tongans, but can they hold as Ngama works it across again to his left, and then they skip it through, and they find the gap finally, and Fiji ground the football. As Tonga work it forward again, edge of the ruck, there's a real chance here. There's Tonga work it forward. They're held up underneath the uprights, and I think they're still in the field to play. The referee's on the spot, and it's told to play the football is Nasio, and Nasio plays it now, works it forward, but no, from dummy half, they manage to get in and crash over 5 to the right of the uprights. Fiji in defense, snapping in the first 48 meters inside Tongan territory. They keep working the short side again as they work it out wide, and then now up the right-hand flank goes Uate, and Uate goes for a run up the flank, breaks through the defensive line, and he'll bring it round underneath the uprights. There's your boy, Stevie, another 4-pointer. 7 meters away from the Fijian line as Tonga go back onto the attack again. Back again, they throw it to Pea. Pea holds it up, one dummy, then he sends it across field to Vea. Vea holds it up, and they wrap him up 11 meters away in front of the uprights again. And that's why they want to move the football as they work it forward, and a quick run there by Uasi. Uasi thought there was a gap, and he's gone through and he's put down half a meter away from the Fijian line. Mateo from dummy half, slips straight back in field again to Faoso, and Faoso barges his way over, throws the football up, referee's there, fair try. 7 meters away from the Tongan line. Fiji looking for points here. We're all locked up as they work the short side through Uate, and Uate goes through and dives over. That's the man that you were saying, and he's done it for him again. 10 meters away in front of the uprights again from dummy half. They work back again towards the short side. Mateo couldn't hold on to the football. Fiji have intercepted as we see them going up towards midfield, and then it's going to be a foot race here as they work it up now towards the 30, towards the 20. The chasers are there. The Cavaliers coming across. Here comes the pass to Rabueta, and Rabueta picks it up and he'll dive over. He'll see you. Dived in from the corner side, grandstand side, corner post.
Unbelievable from the Fijians.
With third place decided, the decks were clear for the 2009 Pacific Cup final. Hosts Papua New Guinea and surprise packets the Cook Islands were just 80 minutes away from a place in next year's Four Nations tournament. The best of the action is on the way.